All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I love Thursday mornings. And from now on, Thursday should be on. I know I wasn't able to do last week, but I plan on continuing on these Thursday mornings. I'd like to even into the summer if you guys are up for it. I also wanted to mention that next week, spring break, I will still do yoga, and I'm going to try to remember to send out some kind of announcement. So I'm here for spring break anyway, and I would love to have you join me. If you guys are free, you can join me next Thursday morning as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started in our comfortable posture. I do want to use a belt today. So if you have I use a tie, but if you have like a bathrobe belt or a yoga belt of some kind, you can grab something like that. And we'll do a couple of exercises. All right, so let's come to our comfortable seated posture. Sit up nice and tall. And just close your eyes for a moment. Take a nice deep breath in and out through your nose. And just lengthen from the base of the spine, up the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. And now relax from the top of the head, down through the forehead, around your eyes. Relax through the nose, your cheeks, your jaw. Down through the neck, throat, shoulders, all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And take another deep breath and relax to the upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center, down through the abdomen and your lower back, and from your hips all the way down the legs, through the feet and your toes. So now we're going to draw the awareness to the breath. Count to yourself the length of your inhale, count again the length of your exhale, and see if you can even out your breath. So if you count, say to the count of 7 as you inhale, then you would count to 7 as you exhale. All right, with your next exhale, you can bring the chin forward, let your head hang down. Just draw your chest up towards your chin and hold for a moment. Feel that stretch to the back of your neck. And then slowly roll your head to one side. So the face is forward, just let your ear hang toward the shoulder and relax your jaw. Let your head roll around to the back. Your jaw is relaxed, let your head hang back. And now over to the other side. And then let your head come back down to the front. Okay, we'll do a few circles. Inhale, roll your head to the back. Exhale as your head rolls back down to the front. And do about 3 or 4 circles to each side. Just follow your breath. And when you are done with your neck rolls, let your head come back to center. Just hang your head down for a moment. You can add to the stretch by clasping your hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head and just hold. Good, and let your head come right back up. Put one hand on the head, the other one can rest on the leg, and just gently draw the ear toward the shoulder. Good, and then back up and then over to the other side. Good. And just make sure that your microphone is muted. Good. And then come back up. All right, let's turn your head gently from side to side, back and forth. One more time. Good. All right. So let's do the upper body now. I'm going to have you bring your arms up like this. We're going to do our eagle twist. You can do either side. So I'm going to take my right arm under the left, and you can do either one. Ideally, you wrap one elbow inside of the other, but it's okay if they're more like this. All right. Back to back with the hands, or wrap them around again and draw your elbows upward and just hold. So you feel that stretch right across your shoulder blades, right through the upper back, and 2 and 3, just gently raising those elbows. Good, one more, 4, and let your elbows come down and untwist. All right, let's do the other side. So draw the arms up, one elbow inside of the other, back to back, or wrap the hands around again and draw your elbows upward and hold. And 2, 3, and 4, and draw those elbows down and untwist. And rock it back and forth. Good. Arms by the side. Inhale, reach out and up. Inhale, stretch, clasp your hands together. Go ahead and turn the palms upward. Exhale as you lean to one side. And then inhale as you come up. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale to center, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, and bring yourself back to center. Draw back slightly and stretch. Let your fingertips touch. Inhale. As you exhale, let your elbows come, or arms come down. And then let's take the hands behind your back. So you're clasping your hands behind your back and drawing the shoulders back and hold. Good, and relax. Go ahead and just reach forward. Let your fingertips touch your shoulders and make some nice big circles. You'll go in and back and around. And change direction. Good, and relax. Go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of you. So you can rock your feet in and out a little bit and stretch your hips, your legs. Good, we'll come over into the hands and knees. And we'll do some of the cat and dog tail stretching. Try to loosen up our lower back. Feel free to use, if you want extra padding, you can use that blanket under your knees if you like. All right, so in this posture, hands are flat on the mat underneath the shoulders, knees are hip distance. You're gonna tuck your chin in as you exhale. Round your back and shoulders, give yourself a nice stretch. And then arch your back, look up as you inhale. Nice deep breath. Exhale, tuck your chin in. Round your back and shoulders, arch and look up as you inhale. And we just want you to move at your own pace. And you feel this stretch through your whole torso. Good. Next exhale, bring your hips all the way down to your heels. Reach your arms out in front of you, all the way out through the fingertips, and give yourself a nice stretch. Good. Let's come up into the downward dog. You want your hands just a little bit wider than the shoulders, fingers spread out so that the palms are flat on the mat, and then go ahead and stretch yourself back. And you can keep your knees bent slightly, keep lifting your hips towards the ceiling and stretch. Hold 2 and 3. Let's do the runner stretch. Push one heel towards the mat. Alternate your legs so you're bending the opposite knee back and forth. Good. Let the shoulders come forward, knees touch down. We're going to stretch out your lower back. So I want you to sit towards the left heel. Reach over to the right. Give yourself a nice stretch. And 2. And 3. 4. Good. Back up onto the hands and knees. Let's do the other side. So sit back towards that right heel and twist over to the left and stretch. And 2, 3, 4. Good. And right back up onto the hands and knees. Go ahead and slide your left knee all the way up between your fingertips. You're going to turn that heel in and stretch your leg back. Okay, this is your pigeon variation. So you're going to look up as you inhale, and then as you exhale, come on down. And you can just rest like this on your elbows or forearms, or you can come all the way down, put your forehead down on your forearms, and just relax for a moment. Okay. If it feels good to rock your hips a little bit from side to side, you can do that as well. And go back to focusing on the breath. So as we move through the exercise, the Hatha Yoga, we're still going to practice our meditation through movement, which is simply just drawing the mind back to the moment. Right, being fully aware of your breath, fully aware of even the thoughts as they come into your mind. Okay, so good practice and awareness. All right, so from here, we're going to place the hands on the mat. So bring your chest up. We're going to use the downward dog to transition. So you're going to go ahead and take your left foot back and stretch. All right, shoulders come forward, knees touch down to the mat, slide that right knee all the way up, turn the heel in, stretch your left leg back. Go ahead and look forward as you inhale, and as you exhale, come on down, and you can relax for a moment. And go back to focusing on your breath. All right, go ahead and bring your chest up, hands flat on the mat. We're going to do another downward dog. So take it back and stretch. Okay, bring the shoulders forward, knees down to your mat. Take your hips all the way back to your heels and relax for a moment. And bring yourself up into a kneeling posture. Since we're kneeling, let's go ahead and we'll add a split knee child's pose. So what you're going to do is you're going to open your knees real wide like this. Okay, if you are on a hard floor, I would recommend if you're using a blanket or towel that you open that up, because you don't want your knees pressed onto, like if you're on a hard surface, you want this to be comfortable. But basically you're going to open your knees wide, something like this. Come forward, and you can start like this. So you're resting on your forearms. If that feels pretty comfortable, why don't you try coming down further by bringing your forehead all the way down. Okay. So this is a stretch, of course, on that, so the inner groin muscles there. And so you're just going to hold for a moment and relax, focus on your breathing. You always want to, as you're doing your yoga, you're kind of training your mind to be fully present, pay attention to what you're doing. This hour of yoga practice, this awareness will sort of feed over into the rest of your day, where you'll be working and then suddenly you'll notice, wow, my posture, or you'll notice your breath. And by being able to notice those things, you'll be able to add a little more peace, right? A little more relaxation into your day. All right, from here, you're going to bring yourself up. So use your hands to help draw yourself up. You'll just want to bring the knees back together for a moment. And we'll just kneel. Okay, let's stretch the toes too. Sometimes we forget that even our toes and feet need to be stretched. So I've got my toes curled under, sitting on the heels. So see if you can do that. If that's painful, lean forward. Take some of the pressure off. Good. All right, from here, I'm going to have you come on up to a standing posture. So you can just put your blanket off to the side. I want to do the exercise with the shoulders today using a belt. So if you do have even a towel, even a small towel works, like a hand towel or yoga belt or something handy, so you don't have to, you don't have to have anything fancy. And let me fix that for you. All right, so we're going to start in a standing posture. Just have that belt nearby. And let's start with the hands on the hips. Knees are soft. We're going to do a little twisting. So you're going to lean forward, inhale as you roll around to the back, and then exhale back to the front. Just kind of loosening up the hips and the lower back. Good, let's change direction. And come right back to center. All right, inhale as you exhale. Let's fold into our front bend. So go ahead and let yourself hang and just sway a little bit from side to side. You want to keep your knees soft and relaxed. Let go of any tension in your neck. Let go of any tension in your shoulders. It's like gravity is drawing your head towards the floor and lengthening your spine. From here, we're going to bend the knees, reach to the floor. Go ahead and come down into a squat. So front bends and squats are good opposite stretches. And if you are, like most of us, sitting, or if you have a standing desk, if you're sitting or standing all day long, if you can think about doing some front bends and squats throughout the day, that's going to really help you to feel better. All right, let's go ahead and go back into that front bend and stretch those legs, stretch your back and shoulders. Good, let's come back down into a squat. One more time, front bend. Good, and then go ahead and come back up. All right, so I'm going to have us do a little shoulder stretch. So this one, I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing, but you're basically going to take the belt. I have it in my left hand. Okay, you're going to reach up towards the ceiling, bend at the elbow. Take your opposite hand, your right hand, gently lift that elbow just a little bit and draw your shoulder back, your arm back. Okay. And then you want to reach up with your opposite hand. So for me, it's my right hand. You're going to reach under the belt. So you're using the belt sort of like this. Okay. And you can kind of inch your fingers closer to each other. Just kind of work with that. If your fingers touch, you don't need the belt. And then just look forward and hold for a moment. I want you to notice, how does that feel? Where are you feeling the stretch? Can you relax into that stretch and go just a little bit further? Good, then inhale, and as you exhale, you can just release, relax that arm. All right, let's do the other side. So hold on to the belt with the opposite hand, reach up towards the ceiling, bend at the elbow, take your opposite hand, touch that elbow gently and lift it up and back. Good, and then reach up with the opposite hand and just hold for a moment. And two. Again, notice where you're feeling the stretch as you start to go deeper into the stretch, you might be able to reach further down into the belt. 3, 4. Good. And then inhale, and as you exhale, go ahead and let your arm come down. Good. Hold on to the belt still. We're going to do one more. So you're just going to kind of relax those shoulders. All right. The next one we're going to do is you're standing with your feet about hip distance, and you're going to hold onto the belt like this. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to do a front bend. So you've got your hands about hip distance as well. Go ahead and fold into your front bend and then raise your arms up behind your back. And you can open your hands wider onto the belt if you want, which will help you to stretch your shoulders even more and just hold. And again, notice how you're feeling, where you're feeling the stretch. Keep your knees soft, don't lock your knees. Inhale, as you exhale, just lower your arms. Let's drop the belt to the floor. Okay, reach over to that right leg, draw your head towards your knee. Reach over, hold on to the left leg, draw your head towards your knee in that direction. Good, come back to center, bring your chest up, hands in your hips. Go ahead and come right back up to standing. Let's do a standing back stretch. So you're actually going to support your back. You just put the heel of the hands right under your rib cage. Fingers point towards the floor. Lift through the chest, gently lean back. Good, and then right back up to center. Good, let's draw the feet closer now. I'll let you see my feet. So I'm going to adjust the camera slightly. Okay, so we're going to bring the feet closer to each other now. Arms slightly out to the side. Inhale, reach out and up and stretch. And then exhale, just go ahead and lean to one side. As you're half lean, you're going to stretch out. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale to center. And exhale. Inhale as you come up. And exhale. Good, come right back to center. Inhale, as you exhale, let's fold right down into the front bend. Place the hands on the fronts of the legs and draw your chest forward as you inhale. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach and come on up. And then back to the heart as you exhale. So we're going to do this little sequence here a few times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you fold. Draw the chest forward, inhale. And exhale. And then reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Inhale. And exhale. Draw the chest forward, inhale. And reach and come up. And back to the heart. Again, inhale. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up. Nice deep stretch. Exhale as you fold. Draw the chest forward. Inhale. And exhale. And now reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Good. Just pause for a moment. All right. Relax your arms and shoulders. Relax your legs. All right. So let's practice our balancing today. So in this posture, we're going to do our tree pose. You can start on either leg. So you decide which one you feel most comfortable with. Hips stay forward. The knee turns to the side. It's okay to balance with the toe on the mat. You're still balancing. Or you can bring your foot up a little bit above the ankle or draw it above the knee. Don't use the knee as a ledge. Bring your foot either above or below that knee. All right, find your point to stare at, to focus on, and then you can draw your hands to your heart center. If you'd like to raise your hands above your head to balance, feel free to do that too. And just relax. Relax your gaze for a moment. It's like you're zoning out. Your breath is relaxed. And then slowly come down on that side. Again, keep your focus, take your time, hips forward, knee to the side. And then you decide where you want to place your foot. Find your point to stare at or focus on. Relax your gaze. Allow your breath to be deep, slow, and even. Good. And relax. Go ahead and bring your leg down on that side as well. Let's have the feet about hip distance. Go ahead and fold into your front bend. So after doing that standing exercise, you might feel that your lower back feels a little bit tight. Well, now you're going to stretch it out. Just gently sway from side to side. Relax any tension through the neck and the shoulders. Bend your knees, reach to the floor. Come on down into your squat. Go ahead and bring yourself down. Good. And from here, let's come down into a seated posture. So go ahead and bring yourself down. You can stretch your legs out in front of you. Adjust the camera again so you can see me a little bit better. Okay, and we'll go ahead and do some floor exercises. All right, so go ahead and stretch your legs out. Good. All right. Okay, so let's start with our cradle. I like this one for loosening up the hips. So you're just going to take one leg. You can put it into your hand or put the foot into your elbow, wrap the other arm around, and just rock that leg gently from side to side. Just like that, back and forth. Sit up nice and tall. All right, let's stop the rocky movement. Pull the leg in and hold for a moment. And then relax. Let's place the foot right across the upper thigh. And then gently bounce your knee. Okay, so from here, let's have you, you can either leave, if the knee is close to the floor or touching the floor, you can leave your foot right here on your thigh. Otherwise, put your foot on the inside of your leg. It'll be a little more comfortable. We're going to reach forward. We're going to do a front bend towards the foot, but you could use the belt here as well. So you can reach up, stretch towards your foot. If you can reach the foot, then just hold on to the foot. If you don't quite reach the foot, that's where the belt can be really handy, and you can do this. And really, it's just to help flex your foot so you get a good stretch through that hamstring. Okay, so you decide what variation you want to do, and then fold forward. And you're lengthening through that lower back. Focus on the breath, 2 and 3 and 4 And one more. 5. Good. Nice deep stretch. Go ahead and bring yourself up. Let's undo that leg and let's do the other side. So we're going to start with the cradle. The foot is either in your hand or elbow, and you're just going to rock. Okay. And as you're doing your hatha yoga, just again, paying attention, you might notice, like I have one side that's tighter than the other side, like just being aware of those things. Not judging it, just noticing, because then you can maybe pay attention to how you carry yourself during the day. If you always carry a bag on the left shoulder, not the right, start alternating or wearing a backpack, things like that. Just being kind of aware of your body. So we're going to stop the rocking and pull the leg in and hold for a moment. Good. Relax. Place that foot right across your upper thigh and let's gently bounce that knee up and down a few times. Okay, let's stop that bouncing or rocking movement. And the foot can stay on the thigh or it can go to the inside of your leg, whatever feels more comfortable for your ankle. We're going to reach for the toes, so you can use your belt if you like to help you flex that foot and stretch forward, or you can reach. Inhale, exhale as you stretch forward. Good, and just fold. And 2, 3, and 4, and one more, 5. Good, and go ahead and draw yourself up and onto the legs. Stretch it out, rock your feet in and out, side to side. Okay. So let's do what we call the cow face posture, but it's in the sitting pose. So you can take your left leg and draw it under and cross the right leg on top. So one knee is on top of the other. If the legs are a little more open, something like this, that's okay too. They don't have to line up. You're still going to get a good stretch. If this is uncomfortable for you, if you're not comfortable doing this, stretch that bottom leg straight. Do it in a half variation. Okay, so you get all different variations. So sit up nice and tall. Inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward slowly. And you're going to feel this right in your buttocks. This gets into the piriformis muscle. And if you ever suffer from sciatica, this will be the posture you want to do to help prevent that or help heal that. Sciatica is when you have a pinched nerve in the piriformis muscle in the buttock area, and you feel it all the way down the leg. So this will help to stretch that out. And just focus again on your breathing. All right, inhale and bring yourself back up. And let's undo the leg. Stretch it out. All right, let's do the other side. So I'm tucking the right leg under, the left leg is on top, one knee on top of the other, or if they're a little more open, that's fine. Go ahead and stretch forward. Inhale, as you exhale, lean forward into the stretch. And relax. Notice if you tense your jaw, if that's a habit for you. See if you can relax your jaw, separate the teeth a little bit. Keep the lips closed, but the jaw relaxed. All right, and then go ahead and bring yourself back up and undo the legs, stretch your legs out, rock your feet in and out, side to side. All right, let's do a stretch, a nice stretch for your abdomen, your stomach area. So I'm going to turn, so I'm facing kind of the same direction as you. I want you to lean onto your right hip and take your left leg back. Okay, so it looks like this. The sole of the foot goes right against your left knee. So this foot is touching this knee. You're going to twist to the right, okay, like this, and then come on down onto your elbows or forearms. All right, so start here. So you feel a good stretch through your abdomen. This is like getting into that deep psoas muscle in your abdomen, so hold. If you want to add a shoulder stretch, you take the back of your left hand, put it on the mat, slide through behind that right arm and lean down onto the left shoulder and the left side of your head on your left ear. So that's an option. It gets a little more into the upper back if you do this version and just hold. A nice deep breath. Good. And then slowly untwist, bring yourself back up. Let's do the same thing on this other side. This is one of my favorite stretches. So we're going to take the right leg back, sole of the left foot touches your right knee, twist to the left, come on down onto your elbows or forearms. Start here. And then you decide what's the best stretch for you. All right, you can take the back of your right hand, slide through behind that left arm, lean onto your right ear, right side of your head if you like, and hold. Good. Inhale as you exhale, slowly untwist. Go ahead and bring yourself up. And let's stretch the legs out in front of you. Okay. After doing that twist, we'll do one more stretch to lengthen the spine. So reach up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you stretch. Exhale, bend forward. We're going to do sitting crane. That adds a little movement. So it's like you're rocking or bouncing, reaching for the wall in front of you. Good. Stop the rocking movement. You can reach for the feet or the calves and just hold. And relax. Go ahead and bring yourself up. All right, we're going to go down onto our backs. If you want extra padding, feel free to put your blanket down underneath you. I'm going to have you come down onto your back, and you can draw the knees into your chest. Okay, that's kind of a nice way to come on down so that you can relax your back. All right. You can clasp your hands across your legs or hold onto your legs and just rock gently from left to right, side to side. Massage your back. If you have a sore lower back, making a circle with the knees can feel good. So you keep your knees together, you roll them out away from you and back in. So a nice big circle. And just change direction. Good. Let's place the feet down on the mat and open your feet wide. So you've got one foot to either edge of your mat, and let your right knee drop down towards the left foot and just hold. And you'll feel that right across your upper thigh. Nice stretch there. And then let's switch. Drop the left knee down towards your right foot and hold. Good. Let's go back and forth. Drop one knee and then the other knee. All right, bring your knees back to center, feet hip distance, arms by the sides. We're going to do the bridge pose. So press your back down, raise your hips up into a nice arch and just hold for a moment. Keep the big toes pressed into the mat. And then inhale as you exhale, roll down slowly, one vertebra at a time. Go ahead and draw your knees up into your chest. Relax your back. Okay, feet on the mat, hip distance apart. Go ahead and raise your hips up and hold. Inhale as you exhale, roll yourself down slowly, one vertebra at a time. And then at the end, go ahead and pull your knees back in and relax. Good, let's wind down with our spinal twist. So you're gonna open your arms out to your sides. You can keep your knees together, or you can wrap that right leg over the left leg, either way. And I want you to go on, turn to your, or drop your knees to your left, okay? And then turn your head, look out towards your right and just hold and relax. Nice deep breath. Good, and then bring yourself back up to center. Let's switch over. Drop the left, or either the knees are together or your left leg crosses over. You're gonna let your legs go to the right, all the way down to the floor. Reach out through that left hand, stretch. Turn your head to the left as well. That'll help draw that shoulder to the floor and just hold. Nice deep breath. Good, and then let's bring the knees back up to center. One more time, draw those knees in, and relax that lower back, and then stretch yourself all the way down onto the floor. Okay, it's called Shivanasana. So you're gonna go ahead and relax onto the floor, palms facing upward, just let your feet fall out to the sides, close your eyes softly and take a deep breath. And just allow the floor to support your body, no effort. And then scanning from the head to the toes, let go of any tension through the face. Relax your eyes, relax your jaw, relax your neck, your shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders, relax through the torso, from the hips all the way down the legs, your feet and your toes. And relax again through the feet, the lower legs, knees and upper legs. Relax your hips, your abdomen, your lower back. Relax to the heart center, chest and lungs, your upper back. Relax the neck, through the face, to the top of your head. And just focus on your breath now for a few breaths. Count the length of your inhale, count the length of your exhale. See if you can even out your breath. All right, slowly bring your awareness back. And start to bring your awareness to your body, moving your fingers and toes. And you can draw your knees back up into your chest and relax your back for a moment. Good, and then for just a moment, you can rest on your side before you come up. So this is kind of a nice way to relax. And then when you feel ready, use your hands to help you come right back up to your seated posture. So you can go ahead and bring yourself up. Good. All right, so that concludes our Hatha yoga session. Let's bring the hands to the heart for a moment. And the eyes are open. Namaste. All right, everyone, have a really great day. If you want to stay and do some breathing techniques, we call that pranayama, and do a short meditation, you're welcome to do that. I will be teaching yoga next Thursday morning during spring break as well. So I hope to see you all then. Feel free to join in. And if you are ready to go about your day, I wish you a very peaceful and relaxing day, regardless of what you got going on, right? Just remember to take a deep breath. All right, those of you that would like to stay, let's go ahead and get into a comfortable seated posture. So I recommend using a folded blanket. I'm actually going to double my blanket to make it thicker. That's more comfortable for my hips, so you can do that. And let me just adjust here for a moment. There we go. All right. So today, let's do what's called Matrika Pranayama. We've done the Nadi Shodhana in the past, which is alternate nostril. Today, we'll do Matrika Pranayama. What that is that you're going to use your hand to count. You can use either hand if you're right-handed or left-handed to count. So if you take your thumb and the tip of your first finger, okay, basically you have a count of 16 on your hand. So the thumb and the tip of the first finger is 1. You take your thumb and you touch the first line or knuckle, right? The inside of your finger, that's 2. The next line or knuckle would be 3. And then where the finger and hand join is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the tip of the next finger, that's 5, and then 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's okay if the thumb doesn't actually touch all those parts of your hand, but you're using your hand to count, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to practice the inhale and exhale and making them even. When the breath is even, that is when the mind and the body sort of come into a nice peaceful place, and it creates some balance. If your inhale is longer than your exhale, so if you're inhaling, let's say to 6 and exhaling to 3, that's going to put you to sleep. So if you ever have trouble sleeping, that's what you can do. You can do that breath. If you're doing sort of a cleansing breath, clearing out the chest and lungs, maybe you could do a round of 16 where your exhale is twice as long as your inhale. You could do that as well. So 3 different ways to do it, but we're going to do the Matrika one where they're even. Okay, so all you're going to do is just rest your hands in your lap like this, and you're going to be counting. So the thumb and the first tip of your first finger are touching. You're going to close your eyes and then inhale through both nostrils and count to yourself as you inhale. And exhale. And that's 1. And then you move your thumb to the next little joint and do the same thing. Count the length of your inhale and your exhale. And you're going to do that for a full round of 16 breaths. That will take you about 5 minutes. When you are done with your 16 breaths, you will be in a nice relaxed state for your meditation. You can continue with the counting if you like, or you can just allow yourself to sit quietly and detach from all the thoughts that come into your mind.